はい、ドッペです。今日はですね、東京がウクライナ人を受け入れる準備をしているという報道について英語で勉強しようと思っています。それでは行きます。
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country. The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people. It also set up a call center to help provide information for those fleeing Ukraine and Ukrainians living in Tokyo. Tokyo plans to prepare 700 housing units to take in the refugees.
はい、ここまでになります。今回はね、そんなに長くはないんですけれども、優しい単語もあれば、ちょっと聞いたことない単語もあるので、ちょっとね、勉強していこうかなと思います。はい。最初はTokyo is preparing.
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians.
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians.
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukraine.
preparing to accept 聞こえない。
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukraine.
accept 聞こえないね。Tokyo is preparing to pass.
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukraine.
Tokyo is preparing to accept. 待って。
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainian.
わかんないね。accept は聞こえないね、もうね。
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukraine.
accept. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians.
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country.
Ukrainians fleeing from the country.
Accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country.
Flee from the country. Flee from the country.
Ukrainians fleeing from the country.
Flee from the country. Flee from the country. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians. ここわかんねえな。
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainian. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country.
アクセしか聞こえないんだよ。Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country.
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country.
Flee from the country. Flee from the countries. Tokyo is preparing to accept. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians. Tokyo is preparing
to accept Ukrainians.
Exit. Ukrainians.
Accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country. Preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country.
Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians flee from the country. まあこれ発音も大事だけど、やっぱどんな文で作られてるかも考えた方がいいな。Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians flee from the country. Fleeing 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 from the country. Tokyo is preparing to accept Ukrainians fleeing from the country. 難しいね。
The capital had secured at least.
The capital had secured at least.
The capital had secured at least.
The capital had secured. The capital had secured. The capital secure.
The capital had secured at least 100.
Secured at least 100. Secured. The capital had secured. Secured.
The capital had secured at least 100.
The capital and secure.
The capital had secured at least.
Secured.
The capital had secured.
The
capital had secured at least 100. The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people.
Okay. The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people. ここね。The capital had secured 100 at least. ここは at least はここに入るかな。The capital has secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people. The capital has secured. The capital has secured. The capital has secured secure at least, the capital has secure at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people. 100 metropolitan housing unit for the people. 100 metropolitan housing unit for the people. Housing unit for the people. 100 metropolitan housing unit for the people. 長いね。100 metropolitan housing unit for the people. 長いね。こういう言い方するんだね。100 metropolitan housing units for the people. The capital has secure at least, secure 確保しましたってなる。secured. もう一回行こうか。もう一回行こう。
The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people. The capital had secured at 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 least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people. The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people. The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people.
The capital had secured at least. The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people. The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people. これ、なかなか言わないね。100 metropolitan housing unit. metropolitan housing unit. housing unit ね。housing unit. The capital had secured. この発音はちょっと続けること難しいな。The capital had secured at least. もう一回最後。もう一回。
The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing units for the people.
For the people か。OK です。わかりました。The capital had secured at least 100 metropolitan housing unit for the people. ちょっと違うか。例図間違う。For the people か。For the people.
It also set up a call center to help provide information for those fleeing Ukraine and Ukrainians living in Tokyo.
Ukrainians living in Tokyo. しか聞こえなかったんです。It also developed a call center to help provide information for those. これね、分かってっから言えないよ。ちょっと待って。もう一回行きましょうか。
It also set up a call center to help.
It also set up a call center. It also set up a call center. It also set up a call center. It's also set up a call center. It's also set up a call center. It's also set up a call center.
It also set up a call.
It also. もう一回行きましょう。
It also set up a call center to.
It also set up a call center. It also set up a call center. 待って。
Set up a call center to.
Call center. It also set up a call center. It's 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 also call center. 間違う。It's also set up a call center. It's also set up a call center. It's also set up a call center. It's also set up a call center.
To help provide information.
To help provide information. To help provide information.
Center to help provide information for.
To help provide information.
Center to help provide information.
To help provide information. To help provide information.
Enter to help provide information for. Enter to help provide information for.
To provide information.
To help provide information for.
Provide って聞こえるんだよな。Provide. To help provide information. Provide information. あ、providing か。providing って繋がってるな。To help provide information. To help provide information. To help provide information.
Those who fleeing Ukraine, provide information for those who fleeing Ukraine and
fleeing, for those fleeing フリケン、フリケン、フリケン、フリケン、フリケン。ここは繋がってんのよ、またね。For those Ukrainians,
Those who fleeing Ukraine and Ukrainian. Those who fleeing Ukraine. For those who fleeing Ukraine. For hide information for those who fleeing Ukraine. Hide information for those who fleeing Ukraine. Hide information for those who fleeing Ukraine.
providing information for those Ukraine.
Information for those who fleeing Ukraine and
いや、ここはわかんない。
for those who fleeing Ukraine and for those who fleeing Ukraine. For
Ukraine.
those who fleeing Ukraine. For those who fleeing Ukraine and Ukrainians who fleeing Ukraine. Who fleeing Ukraine. Those who fleeing Ukraine. Those who fleeing Ukraine and those who fleeing Ukraine and those who fleeing Ukraine and those who fleeing Ukraine and
Fling clean, fling clean, fling free, fling clean, fling clean, fling clean, fling free, fling clean, fling clean, fling clean, fling clean, fling clean って聞こえんだよな。fling clean, fling clean, fling clean, fling clean.
those who fleeing Ukraine and
fling clean, fling clean, fling clean, fling clean, fling clean か。ちょっと細かいと気にしすぎかな。fling clean, fling clean. 全体だな。全体をちゃんとわかんなきゃダメだろうな。It's all set up the call center. It's all set up the call center to help provide information for those fleeing them. この It's all set up the call center to help provide information to help provide information. 提供するために、情報の提供するためのコールセンターを設置しました。to help providing information 情報を提供するための to help providing ここか情報を提供するこれ助けたんだ to help providing to help providing information to help providing information to help providing information for fling. It also set up the call center. It also set up call center to help provide information for those fleeing green. もうちょっと違うな。全体のリズムが悪い。
It also set up a call center to help provide information for those who fleeing Ukraine and
for those in Ukraine. It also set up a call center to help provide information for information. 違う。これ全体のリズム。
It also set up a call center to help provide information for those who fleeing Ukraine.
It also set up the call center. It also set up the call center.
It also set up a call center to help
call center か。It also set up a call center to help provide information for information か。
a call center to help provide information for those who fleeing Ukraine and
for those in fleeing them, for those in fleeing them, to help provide information for those, to help provide information for those, to help provide information for those. 待って。ここ慌てんだよ。
for those who fleeing information for those, hide information for those, hide information for those who fleeing.
To information for those, to help provide information for those, fleeing them, to help provide information for those, fleeing them, to help provide information for those, to help provide information for those, fleeing them, to help provide information for those, fleeing them, to help provide information for those, fleeing them. In order to set up the call center, in order to set up the call center to help provide information for those, fleeing them か。難しいね。ここは全体のリズムはね、in order to set up the call center to help provide information for those, fleeing them, はい、ちょっと分かっていかない。It allows set up call center to help provide information for those fleeing for those fleeing to help provide information for those fleeing. もう一回。It allows set up call center to help provide information for those fleeing. It allows set up call center. 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 It allows set up call center to help provide information for those fleeing.
Being Ukraine and Ukrainians living in Tokyo.
And Ukrainians living in Tokyo. And Ukrainians
living in Tokyo. And Ukrainians living in Tokyo.
and Ukrainians
living in Tokyo.
living in Tokyo. And Ukrainians living in Tokyo. And Ukrainians living in Tokyo. ここは、ウクライナにいる人、東京に住むくらいに東京に住むウクライナ人か。そっか。Ukrainian living in Tokyo. このUkrainian living in Tokyo. 東京に住むウクライナ人ってことか。4かな ?4 those fleeing Ukraine. For those fleeing Ukraine から、フリーングクレインってこと。For those fleeing Ukraine か。ああ、そっか。For those fleeing Ukraine and Ukrainians living in Tokyo. ああ、そうだね。これ ING2 つ続いてるんだね。名詞に対してね。そのままくっついてるんだね。ああ、そっか。It allows to set up a call center. For those じゃねえ。It allows to set up a call center. It allows to set up a call center to help provide to help provide information for those fleeing and Ukrainians living in Tokyo. It allows to set up a call center. It allows to set up a call center to help provide information for those fleeing and Ukrainians living in Tokyo. 最後、もう一回最初から行きましょう。聞いてみましょう。
It also set up a call center to help provide information for those fleeing Ukraine and Ukrainians living in Tokyo. It also set up a call center to help provide information for those fleeing Ukraine and Ukrainians living in Tokyo.
やっぱ聞き取れないね。フリーングレーンは聞き取れないね。フリーンって聞こえんだよね。フリーングレーンって聞こえんだよな。フリーングレーンって聞こえるんだよね。フリーングレーンって聞こえるんだよ。It's not set up a call center. It's not set up a call center to help provide information for those fleeing and Ukrainian living in Tokyo. よし、じゃあもう次行こう。
Tokyo plans to prepare 700 housing units to take.
Tokyo plans to prepare 700,000 units.
And the refugee 700 to prepare 700 Tokyo plans to prepare 700 housing units to take in the refugees.
なるほど。ここ一気に行っちゃいましょうかね。ここは一気に行っちゃいましょうか。一気に行った方がいい。Tokyo plans to prepare 700,000 units to take in the refugees.
Tokyo plans to prepare 700.
Tokyo plans to prepare.
Plans to prepare 7.
Tokyo plans to prepare.
Plans to prepare. Tokyo plans to prepare. Tokyo plans to prepare.
Plans って聞こえるな。Plans. Tokyo plans prepare. Tokyo plans prepare. Tokyo plans prepare.
Tokyo plans to prepare 700.
Plans って聞こえる。Tokyo plans prepare.
Tokyo plans to prepare 700 housing units to take.
700 housing units. 700,000 units. 700,000 じゃねえや。700 housing units. 700,000 units. 700 housing units. 700 housing units. Tokyo plans prepare. Tokyo plans prepare. Tokyo plans prepare. Tokyo plans prepare. Tokyo plans prepare 700 housing units to take refugees.
Take in the refugees.
To take in the refugees. To take in the refugees. Refugees か。最後 refugees.
To take in the refugees.
Refugees. To take in the refugees. To take in the refugees. To take in the refugees. To take in refugees. To take in the refugees. to take in the refugee か。Okay. Tokyo plans prepare 700. Tokyo plans prepare 700 housing units to take in refugees. もう一回行きましょう。Tokyo plans prepare 700 housing units to take in refugees. ここはもう一回ちょっと聞いてみよう。
Tokyo plans to prepare 700 housing units to take in the refugees.
Tokyo plans prepare. Tokyo plans か。ちょっと待って。
Tokyo plans to prepare 700.
Tokyo plans prepare. Tokyo plans prepare.
Tokyo plans to prepare.
Plans か。plans. Tokyo plans prepared. Tokyo plans prepare.
Tokyo plans to prepare.
Tokyo plans ちょっと違うかな。難しいな。Tokyo plans.
Tokyo plans to prepare 700.
Tokyo plans prepare.
Tokyo plans to prepare 700 housing units to.
Tokyo plans prepare 700 housing unit. 700 housing unit. Tokyo plans prepare 700 housing unit to take in the refugees.
Take in the refugees.
To take in the refugees. Tokyo plans prepare 700 housing unit to take in the refugees. Tokyo plans prepare 700 housing unit to take in the refugees. Okay. Tokyo plans prepare 700 housing unit to take in the refugees. refugees か。はい。まあちょっとね、やっぱ文をしっかりと意味を考えて、文構成を考えて、できるだけ短くカットしないで長く言えるようにならないと文の意味がわからない。ただね、発音だけ上手くなってもしょうがないですね。はい、今日はここまでになります。ここまで聞いてくれてありがとうございます。それでは、バイバイ。